So you're a Black woman who wants to divest, but you're not sure what divesting means or how to do it. But I got you. Let's chat. Hey y'all, so it's Editing Amanda checking in. I know there's like a stray hair that is sticking up throughout this entire video and I did not catch it until I was done filming. And honestly, I really like what I'm talking about in this video and I didn't really want to refilm. I wanted it to just be as is. Sometimes our hair is not looking 100% perfect, and that is totally okay. The content is really what I want you to focus on and not my crazy curls popping out. So anyways, just wanted you to know, I know what's going on. I am fully aware. I hope it doesn't distract you too much, and I hope you can just enjoy the topic. Here's a quick recap on what it means to divest. The dictionary defines divest as depriving someone of power, rights, or possession, and or to rid oneself of something that one no longer wants or requires, such as business interest or some sort of investment. While this term is generally associated with some sort of monetary capital and its impact on socioeconomic structure, we are seeing this term being used in the Black community and the economics of dating between Black men and Black women. So simply put, for Black women, that's something that we no longer want or need. In this situation, in the divestment movement for Black women, is the Black man. All right, so you're on board. Here are 3 tips for your divestment strategy. You likely want to divest because your collective experience with Black men has been traumatic. And if not traumatic, then your experiences with Black men have involved far more negatives than positives. And regardless of how much hurt and harm that you have encountered, you have to realize that pain imprints itself upon the mind and body. And depending upon the caliber of the pain, it can literally transform the shape and behavior of your brain. Trauma is like a tattoo, and you have to do targeted, laser sharp work to remove that mark upon your person. So once you've decided to divest from Black men, you have to redirect that unused energy into investing in yourself. Because here's another thing, it isn't our fault when someone does us wrong. But there are many instances when we could have prevented the wrong things done to us had we paid closer attention earlier on to the warning signs. It's okay to get got, but at some point you have to use these experiences to propel you into a clearer and healthier mental and emotional space. Which again, this is why it is non-negotiable for you upon your divestment exit to reflect upon your past behaviors and decisions and understand the mental and emotional spaces you inhabited at the time that led to those behaviors and decisions. If you're wondering where to get started, I would highly recommend checking out this beginner's guide to shadow work for Black women. Second tip for your divestment strategy. Upon your exit, you have to prioritize peace over war. There is a lot of vitriol on the internet and in real life that Black men spew towards Black women. And honestly, vice versa, but that's a separate conversation. The point is, there is hatred out there that is channeled directly towards us and is designed to rile us up and to make us hate ourselves and to change ourselves so that we can suit the needs of the people who may or may not have our best interests at heart. Upon your divestment exit, you cannot fall into this trap. You cannot give this hatred your attention, no matter how tempting it is to lash out or to fight back. And here's why. Hatred is a bonding agent. In fact, think of hatred like eggs. It binds items together and it is very sloppy. It sounds silly, but it's true. If you engage in the vitriol, sooner or later you will become the vitriol. The point of divesting is not to carry hatred in your being. The point of divestment is to be carefree and unbothered and filled with a new sense of unconditional self-love. Love is the goal, not hatred. And lastly, a third tip for your divestment strategy is be prepared for the other side of divestment to have its own shortcomings. Essentially, once you divest from Black men, please understand that there will be issues that you deal with from men of other races, and they may be similar issues. That doesn't mean that you did something wrong or that you didn't properly divest. You have to remember two things. People are people, and people who are brought up together under a system will exude similar behaviors and mentalities. And when it comes to that system, Black women have always been placed at the bottom of the desirability ladder, and our experiences and existence has always been marginalized and subjugated. Therefore, even when you divest and date outside your race, marry outside your race, you have to understand that a man outside your race will likely not fully understand what it means to be a Black woman. And the behaviors and expectations of these non-Black men may not always match up to what you think they should be. And sometimes you can work through that with patience, love, and a little bit of teaching. But sometimes you will not be able to work through that. And that's an okay outcome, and I need you to know that's okay. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. And until next time, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.